Nellie once said, "It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes." Easy enough for us, but what happens when our proteins get too hot? In order to properly do their jobs, proteins are tightly folded into unique 3D conformations. But when they're exposed to different physiological stresses, like temperature, oxidative, or inflammatory stress, they misfold and stop working, which can lead to irreparable cellular damage. To counteract this, our bodies have a pro-survival mechanism in place called the heat shock response, which recruits heat shock proteins, the best huggers in the cell, to come in and refold misfolded proteins back to their original structures. Now, what happens when a mom is under stress? Research shows that physiological stress, like inflammation, during pregnancy and lactation changes the composition of breast milk. Why should we care? Because milk is so much more than just food. Milk is bioactive, which means it's full of helpful molecules like hormones, growth factors, immune factors, and milk nanovesicles, which is what I study. Now, these molecules all work together to help shape the healthy development of children as they grow. But stress-induced changes to milk's bioactive composition mean that children can't get the full developmental benefits that are otherwise provided by breast milk. My research focuses on maternal obesity as a stress, which causes whole body inflammation in moms and neuroinflammation in babies. Now, remember those milk nanovesicles I mentioned? They are the real MVPs of breast milk. Milk nanovesicles are small molecules that carry biological cargo, like DNA, inside them. Our lab has found that these milk nanovesicles can actually enter the brain and reduce inflammation in brain cells. But we're still trying to figure out how they do this. My research aims to uncover whether milk nanovesicles reduce neuroinflammation by enhancing the heat shock response. If I can determine a link between milk nanovesicles and pro-survival pathways like the heat shock response, then we can look at milk nanovesicles as a new therapeutic option. Simply by adding milk nanovesicles to breast milk or baby formula, we may be able to improve the developmental outcomes of children who have been exposed to inflammatory stress in early life. Thank you.